Good. All right. I'd like to call the regular August 3rd meeting of the Police and Fire Commission to order. Let the record show Commissioners Boyle Roloff, Shaw, and Goldhahn are present. Commissioner Wanazak is excused. In your package, you had the minutes from the June 1st regular meeting and then the special meetings of July 17th and July 9th. Were there any questions, changes, or additions to those? Not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded for approval of the minutes. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? President's report, nothing new to report at this time. So we'll go right into the chiefs. Start with Chief Litton.
Don't have a lot to report. The recruits, the 13 that came out, or the 12 that came out actually, they are doing fine by all accounts. All the captains out in the field. They are entering their third month. At the end of the third month, they get rotated to a different station so that they get a different view of the city and a different captain. But from all accounts, everybody is doing great. So don't anticipate any problems there.
And what happened to the one recruit who got hurt?
Well, I was getting to that right
Okay,
now.
sorry.
Had a medical issue about 5 weeks into the academy or 6 weeks into it, so he did not finish the academy. And we have been working with him and his doctors to get him medically cleared to come back. Jen has been working real hard at, we're trying to, we want to keep the guy. And we'll continue to work through it. We're waiting on a doctor's report from the city here shortly, so we're going to continue to work with him. At some point, we may or may not be dismissing him, so we're hoping that he comes back. We want him back. We've got his classmates essentially are filling his shift for him right now because he doesn't have any sick time, so thereby keep him on the payroll and insurance. So that's what's going on with that. Unfortunately, we have an individual that's going to be going off on a medical disability, line of duty disability. I think about 17 years on a job. Was diagnosed with a medical condition that is not conducive to him continuing his employment. And because of some presumptive laws in the state and some other things, we believe that he was duty related. And so we're just processing through that right now. So it's one of those unfortunate things, but better caught. It was caught during our annual physicals. So we've been catching a few things here and there for people that they need to be aware of. And some of them are just get it checked again to get it cleared, and others, this one was one of those where it was a condition where he just could not come back. It was not medically safe for him, so we'll be losing him. I mean, he's not at work at this point. We're just processing paperwork, and I think that'll come to some resolution here in the next week or so. Other than that, everything else is going just fine.
Fires up, down?
Call volume is trending up a little bit. Every year it seems like it's going up 2, 3, 4, 5%. So it's trending that way again this year. Everything is going well in the field. We put a couple of new ambulances in service last month. So Station 6 and Station 8 each got new ambulances with a little bit of a new design and a new chassis, I guess I will call it. And it's been very well received. So probably got to go to that standard going forward. Other than that, that's about all it's going on.
Very good.
Ramping up for budget again and all that stuff like everybody does.
All right. Chief Smith?
Okay, well, crime is great. As I send that email out to you occasionally, you see that our numbers are terrific. 12% reduction in total crime, 23% reduction in violent crime, which is fantastic. I wish I had an explanation for what it was.
It's raining too much.
Maybe it's the rain, and I'll take it. But our guys are out there working hard, obviously, even though our numbers are down. We're down probably about 8 spots now, and we're anticipating losing some more in the near future. And down as many as 20 by next, for the start of the year if we don't get some in the hiring. So we met with folks in personnel, and we're working what we could do to get some of those spots filled as quickly as we can. Had National Night Out, where I was out there, saw the chief out at Red Smith, and went to a bunch of different places using our new command bus, which was great. It was really spectacular to roll into all these little neighborhood things, and people were just terrific. Real good turnout, so that was a lot of fun. We have a couple officers that are, a couple of employees that are off for surgeries. They're not really related to their duty, but they're, for instance, a hip replacement, things like that. So we're gonna lose some people for a period of time, for a period of months, I guess. Bring Your Own 5 tournament is going full speed. I'll be there on Saturday at 10, or at 1 o'clock. It's about 4 or 5 hours of basketball over at Fisk Park, and that's going great. We are retiring one of our canines tomorrow morning at 8:30. Yukon, who's worked by Dave Eklund. His doctor didn't medically clear him. He's got some hip issues or some spine issues or whatever. He's 11 years old. He's done a great job for us, so I think it's time to retire and become a fireplace dog, as they say. So tomorrow we're gonna have a little ceremony in the headquarters building about 8:30 and retire him. I think some of the media might show up, and we'll have, maybe you get dogs when they retire and stuff. And it's gonna go over to handler Dave. And Dave's gonna get folded into one of the watches where his seniority takes him. He's just gonna go out and work. I think he's gonna probably retire within a year. So,
So then will that canine be replaced eventually, or is this?
the plan is to replace him. We have some money in our Bark and Blue funds. We also have a donor that's made mention that they might be interested in donating a canine in memory of one of our employees that we lost a while back. So if that works out, great. But I would like to replace that canine. Right now, I'd like to, what I've asked our officers to do is look at all the different vendors around. We've been going to one particular guy in Arizona or New Mexico, and I said, you know, there may be someone closer, there may be someone whose prices are better, who offers different services. So we're gonna take a quick look around in the region and see if there's something we can do that's closer. And we'll have to do another posting for the job and let officers compete for it, pick the best one. But I know I love having canines. I love having the best canines around, so if we can find a good handler and a really good canine dealer, I think we'll have enough money to buy another one.
Okay. Any questions? All right, thank you. Patrol officer eligibility list. In your package, you have Jen's list. Any questions on those? Again, this list is in alphabetical order.
Correct.
Not in the order of priority or. Any more questions? I'll entertain a.
And we're
motion
doing
to
background
approve.
checks on that right now. Or they've already been done.
They're in progress for background
So
check.
these people are still.
Mhm.
All right, entertain a motion to approve the list.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Roloff,
Second?
seconded by Commissioner Shaw. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Yeah.
Opposed? All right, and then consideration with possible action on the following communications, the budget status report and the budget spreadsheet. Actually, based on the spreadsheets, there wasn't any activity this last month, so there's nobody there. Entertain a motion to receive those and place on file.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Shaw, seconded by Commissioner Roloff. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, place those on file, and consideration of possible action to approve the monthly bills. Lots of bills, all related to background checks, physicals, polygraphs, and the testing. Was this testing for fire, or is this for police as well?
Which number is that?
That
So
was,
IPMA, that is police.
that's police, okay. All right. Any other questions on the bills? Not, I'll entertain a motion to authorize payment.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Roloff,
Second?
seconded by Commissioner Shaw. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Pay the bills. Date of next meeting. Our next regular meeting would be September 7th. However, it sounds like we may have some backgrounds to review, Chief.
Before that,
time.
hopefully.
Okay. All right, so what we may do then is let's tentatively set that date for the next meeting. And if we have some backgrounds, we can call a special meeting, and if we can roll everything into that meeting to avoid having an additional one, we can do that. Or we may just have a special meeting to do the backgrounds. With that,
That's the shortest meeting you've ever had.
anything more? This is pretty close.
Did have a quorum.
All right, that completes the agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Whatever.
Moved by Commissioner Roloff, seconded by Commissioner Shaw. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.